All right, guys. How are you guys doing? I'm Dr. Kevin Knopfsinger. Welcome to our live video today. We're gonna let some time for people to get on here. We're gonna be talking about juicing, pros and cons. We've had a lot of things hanging in the office about juicing and detoxifying cleanses, and so we've had a lot of questions. And the best way that we find to answer questions is to just to do the live, because I know that there's more people out there that have questions on this. So we're going to go through these pros and cons. So if anyone, someone who's into juicing, or maybe they're looking to lose weight, they're just starting out getting on this health track, or maybe they're seasoned, but just start sharing the videos so that other people that you know can hear the information. And if you wouldn't mind, just give us a thumbs up or a like, so that we know that the information that we're talking about is actually relevant. So when we talk about juicing, this is the process of taking the juice out of vegetables and fruits. Many people understand like orange juice and apple juice, but juicing can be so much more than just that. It's a great way to get the nutrients from fruits and vegetables. But there is some negative things when it comes to juicing, and so we just want to help make sure that it's something that's right for you. So let's get started. So one of the best things about juicing is it does concentrate all the nutrients from the fruits and vegetables and puts into a liquid form. And then that liquid form, since it's very easily digestible, meaning as soon as it gets in your digestive system, as soon as you drink it, your body is rapidly absorbing those nutrients. So it's a very effective way at getting more nutrients, vitamins, minerals, enzymes, phytonutrients, all the benefits that come in the fruits and the vegetables, in a concentrated form. So people have also asked, like what kind of people do that? So anyone with like heart disease or cancer, or a disease where there's a malnourishment of vitamins and nutrients, anyone who's on more than one medication should think about juicing, because it's going to help increase the amount of nutrients that's being absorbed into your body, and it's very easily absorbed. And it helps get those enzymes up so that your body utilizes them much better. Another benefit is the waste, or not the waste, but it's actually, have you ever gone through your vegetable drawer, or sitting on your counter, and things look a little not so fun, or they don't look that appetizing, you don't really want to throw them in a salad? Juicing is a great way to just put them in, extract all that nutrients, the rest of the nutrients out in the water, and utilize it, and then you can just throw the fiber away. The other thing is that's beneficial for juicing is it really does and helps your digestive system get a rest. Meaning it doesn't have to digest the food. Anytime you eat meat and protein and fats, it's very taxing on our digestive system, because it's not very readily absorbed, and we have to make a lot of other things in order to break it down so that it can be absorbed. When we eat the fruits and vegetables in their normal form, our body has to spend a lot of time kind of breaking it down and extracting those nutrients, whereas juicing just does that automatically. So it's a great opportunity to give your digestive system a rest. And for many Americans, their digestive system never gets a rest. We're constantly eating all the time. So if someone's looking at fasting or getting into fasting, juicing kind of helps with that process, starting that process. And it really is a good way to give your digestive system a rest. And as a doctor, I would suggest that most people give their digestive system a rest with some sort of fasting, because the science is amazing at what fasting does for our body, that our body doesn't require as many nutrients as we've been taught or led to believe that it needs to. I think the food manufacturers are the ones that tell us that we need to eat so much, when our bodies are really designed to go some time without food, and we don't need as much food. Now, the last benefit of juicing is it's a great way to replace coffee, especially in the morning with a nice green juice, because it has so many nutrients and vitamins in there. It actually gives you that really big pick-me-up. It tastes amazing, and the other thing is that coffee is a diuretic, so it causes you to lose water or extract water, so it can make you more thirsty. And juicing does not do that. It actually adds water to your diet. It adds water to the system, and also those nutrients, and it's readily available, so you get this quick energy right away. Now, some of the cons, or the things that are not so good with juicing, is you're getting rid of the fiber. Now, back to the digestive system. Fiber helps clean our digestive system. So it's kind of like what scrubs or Roto-Roots the digestive system. And so you lose that fiber. And in doing that, since you don't have fiber, there's not a lot of concentration, so it's not going to fill us up. So we're going to feel hungry a lot sooner. You're not going to feel like you have that full meal to sustain you for a longer period of time. So if you haven't been fasting or something like that, you're just going to notice you're going to be hungrier sooner, because you don't have that weight in your stomach telling your brain that you have food. Now, the other two is if you do too many fruits, which I don't recommend you juice too many fruits, is because you're going to have a lot higher sugar content. And sugar is really the #1 toxin. It leads to cancer and inflammation. It causes your joints to hurt. It causes arthritis in your joints, because it's not. It's just so readily available in everything that we do. We don't need concentrated forms of it. And I believe that God put sugar in fruits, and then he protected it with the skins and sometimes prickly things and really hard and really tough skins to get into, but he put in and packed a lot of fiber so that when we do consume it, it's going to take a lot longer for that sugar to be released into our system. But as far as taste goes, using apples and lemons and limes to flavor it and give it a little bit of sweet taste when you do vegetables, and I'll talk about a recipe. Consumption, it takes a lot of vegetables and fruits to make a little bit of juice. So it's one of those things where you're going to feel like you go shop for 3 weeks of fruits and vegetables and produce, and it's going to make like a week's worth of juice. So just things to remember with juicing. You got to consume it very rapidly if you're not going to store it in an airtight container like a mason jar. I know they have juicing containers that are going to be airtight, and you don't want a lot of air between the juice and the top of the lid, because the more air there is, the more oxidation that's going to happen, and that's what kills all the enzymes and rapidly depletes the nutrients. Okay, and if you're not going to drink it right away, then you need to put in an airtight container, as well as put it in the refrigerator to keep it cool, and it can stay there anywhere from a day to 3 days, depending on the type of juicer. So that's the other question we've had is, well, what's the best juicer? The most readily available is a centrifugal, the ones that spins really fast. It heats things up, so there's not as much nutrients, okay, and you don't get as much juice. Then there's the centrifugal one, or the masticating one, which is kind of squeezes the juice and breaks everything up and squeezes it. That's one of the better ones. And then there's the hydraulic press, which is if you've seen like a lemon and you squeeze it. This is a hydraulic press, so it uses a motor and it compresses and squeezes everything out. It's typically the best one, but that's the most effective, or the most expensive. Now, I personally use a masticating one, and it's worked well. What we do with the fiber is we'll make vegetable broths, or we'll throw it in smoothies or things like that, or we'll make crackers out of them. But one of the things that we want to give you is just to encourage you guys, try it out. It's a lot of fun. If you send us an email, you like the page, you send us an email, we will send you 3 juice recipes. They're my favorite juice recipes. They're green juices. And it's going to show you, like what sort of things, collards and kale and cucumbers and celery and parsley and ginger and and turmeric. These are great things to add, but really, if you don't know what you're doing, you don't have a recipe, sometimes the juice doesn't taste very good. So we just want to make sure if you're going to do it, that it's going to taste good, because we want you to benefit from it. So it's been a pleasure being with you. Please make sure you comment on this if something didn't make sense, or if you just have another question about something that's going on. We'll get back to those, and we'll answer your questions or your comments. We love them. But we'll see you next time. And if you have a certain topic that you want us to cover, please comment that as well. Have a blessed one, and we'll see you later.